Red alert, red alert, red alert. Attention all dedicated automotive sales and marketing professionals. Believe what you are about to read of the high request for pre-loved car sector. This is the handpicked news is so shocking that it may blow off the socks from your feet. Moreover, if you were told about the attractiveness of the second-hand cars situations you would never believe it in 100 years. True? Jokes aside, as concerned sales professionals you will be delighted with the facts and figures in this week's newsletter. To kickstart this week's bulletin, mention must be made about the salient points. Agree? Mind you, now 400,000 used cars are driven out of the showroom while there is a projection of double-digit growth for this year and more. Its high demand is made possible due to the popularity of online used car platforms. Plus its sales success is backed by the extended warranty program, adopted by car dealer. Hence, they are protected from the risk associated with sourcing, etc. These sales increase are hastened because more people purchase new cars, the more they will need to trade in their old vehicles. Believable? You bet it is. Without wasting more time, let's drive straight into the rest of this week's automotive news. Shall we? Thanks, here goes. Breaking news. Strong demand seen for used car segment. Believe it or not, Federation of Motor and Credit Companies Association of Malaysia, FMCAM, President Datuk Tony Kier said less than 400,000 used cars were sold in 2021. This year, they will be more than 400,000 units. We are projecting double-digit growth for 2022, 2023, and 2024, he told Starbiz. Kier emphasized that the used car market in Malaysia is expected to demonstrate considerable growth in the future, led by the popularity of online used car platforms that provide convenience to both buyers and sellers for cars. We predict a compounded annual growth rate of 10% over the next 3 years. However, in order for used car sales to overtake new car sales, we need to instill confidence in buying a used vehicle. To do this, Kier said car buyers must feel safe and protected when purchasing a used car, a sentiment that is similar to buying new car. For now, AutoGen Plus covers mainly the car engine and transmission. We are looking forward to AutoGen providing a complete solution in the near future. With this extended warranty program, used car dealers are protected from the risk associated with sourcing, such as trading cars with pre-existing issues, in-scope components condition, or reported beyond economical repair. Kier said having an extended warranty means consumers would have more confidence when purchasing older vehicles. Together with aggressive online campaign by used car dealers, we are optimistic about the outlook of the Malaysian used car segment, he said. When considering the trend in developed countries, Kier said the ratio of used car sales versus new car sales is about 2 to 1. This means that for every new car sold a used car are sold. In Malaysia, sales of used cars are at 400,000 units yearly, while for new vehicles it is around 600,000 units annually. Kier is optimistic that with time, the sales of used cars versus new vehicle in Malaysia will be comparable to that of other countries. Despite the discontinued of the sales tax holiday, Kier is hopeful that sales of new cars will remain steady for the remainder of 2022. As more people purchase new cars, the more they will need to trade in their old vehicles, he said. The vehicle sales tax exemption was announced in June 2020, under the Short-Term Economic Recovery Plan or PENJANA. Under the exemption, locally assembled cars are fully exempted from the sales tax, while for imported cars, the sales tax was reduced from 10% to 5%. The tax holiday was supposed to end in December 2020 but was however extended to June 30, 2021, and then again until the end of that year. During the tabling of Budget 2022 in October last year, the government announced that the sales tax exemption would be extended one more time until June 30, 2022. The multiple extensions were mainly due to the repeated lockdowns over the past 2 years, which disrupted business operations and prevented car buyers from being able to fully enjoy the benefits of the tax holiday. However, buyers who had booked their vehicles during the tax holiday period have until March 31, 2023, to register their vehicles with the Road Transport Department. Total vehicle sales surged more than 500% year-on-year to 48,922 units last month, mainly due to the low base during the same period last year as businesses were affected by the nationwide lockdown. A total of 43,594 passenger vehicles were sold, while 5,328 units of commercial vehicles were registered, according to the Malaysian Automotive Association, MAA. The association said the shortage of chips and components had continued to impact some vehicle markets in July. It said sales for August would likely be maintained at last month's level. The MAA has forecast new vehicle sales to grow 5% to 630,000 units for 2022. All in all, this week's periodical regarding the excessive request by buyers for pre-loved vehicles sector is an interesting issue. To be perfectly honest, the used car market is an issue that impacts all of us, whether you like it or not. Our economy would be highly impacted as the transportation system would be boosted as goods and services is highly dependent on the ease of traveling, etc. Agree or not? To recap succinctly, remember there are 400 used automobiles are sold out of the showroom. As said, the parties involved predict a demand of double-digit boom for this year and in the future. Its excessive demand is made viable due to the usage of online used automobile platforms. Plus, dealers' confidence is increased by the extended guarantee program, which is used by used vehicle dealer to sell more cars. These dealers' income growth are hastened due to the fact more consumers are buying new automobiles, the further there is a need to exchange these used vehicles. Believable? You bet you will. Therefore, after reading this news report, we must ask ourselves, what must we do next? My answer to this is encourage our existing customers and prospects to help boost our economy by upgrading our vehicles when there is need. Are you game? As a passing note to end this bulletin, here is an interesting quote by E.B. White. He was an American writer and the author of several highly popular books for children. He says, "Everything in life is somewhere else, and you get there in a car." End of quote. P.S. Come to think of it, we know if it is a lengthy sales and marketing automotive newsletter, yet we want to congratulate you for watching and reading this bulletin completely. Needless to say, since you have fully read this news, therefore, you now deserve more forthcoming weekly free bonus of chapters of the book How to Handle All Kind of Sales Objections. Additionally, we are eager to know which part of this sales and marketing property newsletter you learned most. Your feedbacks are critical so that we can help each other grow effectively. Least you forget these sharing will continue in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course in our author, trainer, and consultant's email, josephsfn@gmail.com, upon request. Alright, thank you. We hope to meet you next week. Goodbye and best wishes. From me, yours truly, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter to CTM Joseph. 16 September 2022.